went to emerge in Stratford March 31st. It was a Sunday, and I just felt I couldn't wait till the Monday to see my doctor, who actually is in St. Mary's, and it was kind of hard getting there anyway. So so when I went in, they were wonderful. They did all sorts of tests, and then Dr. McCune came and told me that they had found there was cancer and a blockage in my bowel. So they operated the next day. It was very quick, and they were wonderful. No, there was no thinking at all, which was probably a good thing, because I've never been one to go to a doctor. When I had to go, it was just as well that it was right away that they had to operate on Monday morning. The cancer had spread to the lymph nodes, not too many, just a few, but we felt the course was to do chemotherapy, so I went to Dr. Sanitani in London. Visiting with Dr. Sanitani, I was given options, and different chemo, as well as I could actually have the chemo done in Stratford, which I felt was really great because less travel. You went every 2 weeks, and you carried it around with you for 3 days, the chemo. So, and it was done here in Stratford. And that's when I was introduced to the wonderful girls at the chemotherapy unit in Stratford. It couldn't have been any better. There was no doubt in my mind that anybody could have done the job that those nurses do. The volunteers were wonderful. You were actually treated pretty royally. So, I mean, it wasn't a thing that Wednesday was coming, oh my, I had to go. You know, it was somewhere I wanted to go. They were great. And the volunteer, they'd be coming with the hot blankets, and they're wonderful. And it's hard to tell people how great other people are when it's a feeling, you know. Having the care close to home was very important to me, because I had to ask friends or relatives to take me. So to go out of town was an additional thing I didn't want to do. So here it was great. They could just drop me off at the door and pick me up 4 or 5 hours later. So it was really good. I think had I chose London to go to, it probably would have been great as well. But the difference in the time and the travel. So I think anyone should choose to do it in their hometown if they can. When I retired, I decided it was time to start my family tree. It's something I was always interested in, but never had time. It has been my salvation. I couldn't possibly work now, because I spend probably at least 8 hours a day doing family tree. But it's like I'm being a detective, doing detective work, because you really do have to look at that side of it as being a detective, and love it. I did find one interesting person in my research, and that was a Dr. Miller Fisher. He was born in Waterloo, and he went to Harvard University, and he would have been my mother-in-law's, I think, her 4th cousin. He was the discoverer of the Guillain-Barré syndrome. I have nothing to complain about, absolutely nothing. Generally, life's good. And I think everybody who goes through that and is as successful as I was realize that how precious life is.